candy shop.
I taste just like candy.
Welcome to Ask for Candy, where a bunch of powerhouse men and women get together online to talk about love, sex, relationships, and what it takes to be amazing on the daily. Who I am Candace Harper, lovecoach.com. I teach and inspire audacious intimacy to powerful, professional, grown women who want real relationships from seductive singlehoods. But most importantly, I help hardworking women, and lately couples too, who have survived abuse and want to be vibrant, alive, magnetic, and passionate while creating healthy, intimate relationships. This is the kickoff to the summer. This is our final spring show. And this summer is very exciting because I am partnering with an organization called Wellville. It's a cool social club designed specifically for the health, fitness, and wellness community to meet and connect while living a healthy lifestyle. So the theme for this summer's Ask for Candy is badass bachelors. And as you guys know, I am on the lookout, not just for myself, but for the show. I want to have a lineup of badass bachelors. And by badass, I mean single guys over 35 who are living purposefully, living on purpose and joyful and ready for a relationship, who are not afraid to get on camera and mix it up and talk about themselves, talk about what they're passionate about, have fun, laugh, have a good time. That's what this whole summer is going to be about. That's our summer's theme. So if you know a badass bachelor or you are a badass bachelor, PM me, slide into my DMs and let me know what's up, and you can be on the show. I would love to have you. Happy Monday, everybody. You are listening to us probably with your smart device on the TuneIn app and Armed Radio, or you're listening in the garden on armedradiogrobal.com. Also, we're on iHeartRadio, so don't forget to follow us, and please download your favorite shows. Follow. The more follows, the better. And I haven't been very diligent about asking people to follow, and that's something I want to start doing. And our guest tonight has joined in, so I'm going to introduce her in a little bit. I'm very excited about her. And tonight we're broadcasting live from my personal page, but this is the time when we share. So please, by all means, think of all the places that you would like to share this broadcast. Think of all the people that you think would like our topic tonight, which is the 9 qualities of women who win at love. And I've already said, I hope that I have at least 8 of those qualities. I would like to go, 100 for 100 and have 9, all 9 of them. But Fawn we're gonna go through it and see. I see Shanton joined us. I see Lee. Hi, my Lee. All right, hold on. I'm sharing to my business page. I'm also going to share to the Creative Love Collective. I want you guys to make sure that you share too. Share with your friends. Let me see, a page I manage. You guys know I manage Candace Harper Love Coach, which is my page on Facebook, which also, please, by all means, while we're doing all our chatting, go and like my page. And then also my group, the Creative Love Collective, and the Armed Radio Group News Group. That's another really great group that I want you guys to join because I feel like you'll love that too. And you'll also know what we're doing, and there's a ton of other really great podcasts in the Armed Radio, field or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so, also you can email me, askforcandypodcast@gmail.com, and any questions you have, anything you want to say, we'll talk about that in a later broadcast. So, like I said, I'm Candace Harper, lovecoach.com. My talent is conversation, my passion is personal growth, and my purpose is to teach and inspire radical self-acceptance in myself and in others so that we can all have our best possible love life, because we all deserve it and we're all enough for it. And that is why this is a conversation. I'm not here to hand down a bunch of dating and relationship rules or rights and wrong. I hate the rules. I hate the rules of dating, whatever people say you're supposed to do, and the tips and the tricks. I'm not that kind of coach at all. It's all about what's on the inside of you. I'm not here to shame your love situation. So I don't care who you prefer. I don't care what your orientation is. I don't care how many people you want to be in a relationship with. I don't care about any of that stuff. We're just all about inclusivity, love, connection, and everybody being able to listen to their gut, listen to their intuition, listen to their inner knowing, and have the best possible love life that they can. Our only intention is to create audacious intimacy, seductive singlehoods, and healthy relationships. So tonight and every Monday night, we're going to do what we do, which is have conversations that engage, educate, and/or enlighten all of us in the areas of sex, love, relationships, and vibrating high. Like I said, tonight's topic is 9 qualities of a woman who wins at LOVE. And the goal of tonight's show is to get to know Fawn Kraut, who I'm about to introduce in a second, who's going to be a special guest, learn the 9 qualities, and have a fun, funny, engaging conversation that uplifts us all. So let me go and find Fawn. It's very interesting, this Facebook Live. You get to do it from your phone, and I'm going to bring her on camera. Actual invite to bring the people on camera, because it's got to be, all got to be very special. Hi, Diane. I see you joined us. Hi, my love. Hi, Fawn.
Hey, hi, Candace.
How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm great. So glad to be here. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad that you're here too. I'm just about to introduce you to everybody. I want to give everybody your background, and then I'm going to give you a chance to get related with the people and let them know something personal about you. How's that?
Okay, sounds great.
All right. So happy clients around the world call Fawn their relationship guru. For single professional women serious about creating an amazing, lifelong, passionate love affair, Fawn is their go-to expert to discover and claim their feminine power and attract great men who are ready to love, respect, and cherish them. I love that. Clients learn to radiate their unique confidence, love, and beauty in a powerful way that makes them irresistible to the men who are the perfect match for them, with confidence and joy. And with her inspired guidance and support, they learn to repel the men who only want to use them, and magnetize and inspire real quality men into their lives to create real and lasting love for a lifetime. That's amazing. So I want to jump into what the 9 qualities are one by one.
So I actually have this cool thing I'm going to share with everybody later.
Oh, cool.
That they can download as a PDF. So, but yeah, so I'll just go through them. And so number 1, she knows her value, number 1, and she no longer wastes time with men who don't. And again, when I say men, you can translate that into partner if you want to. So I'll just leave, because I can go back into like, okay, what are some first steps we can take? Yeah. But I think maybe we'll wrap back around to that. Okay. Should we do that? We'll just go through the 9.
I'm feeling like you wanna expound on the knowing her value right now. So let's just go with organic, right?
Okay. All right.
I feel you wanting to say something about it, and I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, maybe. So like, knowing your value is so critical. I mean, one of my clients, Natalie, or Kristen, who just got married last year, at her wedding, she was saying to me the thing that she got out of our work together was discovering her value, because she wasted so much time with men who didn't get that and didn't understand her value, because she didn't understand her value. So she was settling down there. So a good place to start to help you really get your value is in your own spiritual beliefs, whatever that is. Your value is intrinsic. So do this little exercise. The next time the beauty of something in the universe takes your breath away, remind yourself that you are equally breathtaking, for you are a part of the universe. There's no accidents. You're not a mistake. There's nothing wrong with you. Your value, you are worthy of being adored and honored and cherished, just exactly as you are.
Love it.
So if you don't get anything else out of this call, get that one thing, because we settle for so much less because we think that's the best we deserve.
Absolutely.
So number two, she's confident in who she is. She doesn't allow a man or partner to make her be less. She has things going on in her life that fulfill her, and she doesn't need a man to complete her. You are complete. And the more you step into your own life as a whole, complete single woman, the more your confidence grows and the less needy you feel to, you don't feel like incomplete. The whole thing, I need someone to complete me, is just a total myth.
BS, yeah.
Um,
Well, let's talk about that for a
yeah,
second.
you can find it.
I want to ask you
Okay.
about that for a second, because I will say that, you know, and I talk about this a lot, even in my book. In the last couple of years, for the first time in my life, I was purposefully single. Like, I got out of a relationship and didn't rush into another one. And the you know, the idea was to build that confidence. So what would you say is good advice for someone who, you know, because I have clients and I meet a lot of women all the time, and the question usually is, or the issue usually is yeah, I'm purposeful, I have a great career, I'm very, you know, self-assured, I pay my own bills, but I still have those moments where I start to feel very, like, you know, some would call it needy, but I start to feel like I want to have somebody there, and the desire is really, really strong.
Yeah.
What would you say to do about
Yeah.
that?
Really, it's a hard thing because, yeah, I mean, that longing for a partner is natural and normal and actually healthy.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it can be really, it can be painful and uncomfortable. I mean, yeah, because it's like we're designed, we're meant to have partners.
Yeah.
We're meant to be in relationship. It's like we're wired that way. And so when that's not the case, we feel it. And so the hard thing, this is like the, you know, the hard truth is that, yes, stand in yourself being a full, complete person and hold the tension. Be with the longing to have a partner without collapsing those two things into one, where it's like, okay, I'm not a whole person because I don't have a partner, or I will wait to live a fulfilling life until I have a partner. I need my partner to bring all those things that I want in my life into my life. Like, oh, I really want to travel. I desire to do all these cool things in my life. So as soon as I get a partner, I'll do that. Then I'll be happy.
Yeah.
The problem is, then you're actually you're putting it all on him or your person to bring joy and happiness into your life, which is a pretty big burden to put on another person. Plus, that person is looking. You end up attracting somebody who's wanting the same thing, and there's like this pressure you put on each other. Where if you take responsibility for your own joy, for your own happiness, because I will tell you, after 18 and a half years of marriage, I love my husband, but he can't truly make me happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's up to me, and I can't make him happy.
Yeah.
I love him, and loving him brings me joy, and receiving his love brings me joy. But ultimately, my life happiness is on me, and so is his on him. And then from that place, then I have more to bring into the relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know if that.
It absolutely makes sense, because I think it always speaks back to, you know, I talk a lot about how we have this thing about wanting the external to change in order to be happy. And we do the same thing with relationships that we do with jobs, that we often do with, you know, where we live or whatever, you know, even our own bodies. Like, once I get to this point, I will be happy. Once I have this thing, I will be happy. And it's, you know, such a lie that we tell ourselves, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, like, and it's in order to attract those things. In order to have that thing, you have to already be a happy person.
Well, yeah, because the guy, you know, we have this like long list of like, I want a man, you know, I do these workshops, you know, online or in person, you know, where we list all the things that we really want, like, you know,
in a
big
partner. Dick, tall, right?
financially stable,
Yeah.
you know, adventurous, you know, all these things. And we're sitting at home on the couch watching TV every night with our cat.
Yeah.
So that guy that you just described is looking for a woman who can partner with him and who can be there. It's like, you know, it's like, come up to what it is you're wanting to attract.
Yeah.
Be that. And find that joy and have a fulfilling life, and don't have this, when you find yourself feeling that you need the man in order to bring you a life, it's a good opportunity to check in and say, okay, here's what I want in my guy. So how can I give that to myself
Yeah.
first?
I love that.
Right? And as much as you can, yes, the longing for the partner is still there, but you're wanting a partner. You don't need someone to rescue you, and you don't need to rescue someone else. You want a partner.
I agree.
That's the key word.
Yeah.
Partner.
I always say you take your man list and you turn it into an I am list.
Yes.
Like if you want your man to be kind, compassionate, funny, all of that stuff, it's like, be that, generate that for yourself. You already have it. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love it. All right. So what we're
at
number 3.
Okay. Yeah, we better go. Okay. So number 3, she has the skills to create and maintain healthy relationships. So what that means is she keeps healthy boundaries. She tells the truth. She doesn't play games or shy away from honest conversations.
I love it.
If you didn't learn these growing up, and honestly, with who of us did, then make it your study to learn and develop healthy relationship habits. There's some great books out there to give you directions, but you know, have someone you can partner with to actually build these good relationship muscles, because that's, you know, my goal and my work with clients is like, I don't just want to help you attract a great guy. I want to give you the relationship chops to actually build a solid, thriving relationship that will last.
Absolutely.
And so you can get past those bumps that, you know, can knock people out.
Yeah.
And they, you know, kill relationships, and they don't have to. So learning those solid relationship skills is very important.
The skills that you mentioned, I feel like for each of those we could do a whole podcast. But the one that
totally.
Right, the one that I really want to point to, because I feel like it comes up in conversation a lot, is the first one, which I think you said healthy boundaries.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a lot of, and you can tell me if this resonates with you too, there's a lot of confusion around boundaries, because I think that often people think that boundaries are controlling the behavior of other people, as opposed to, you know, setting for yourself. So talk about that.
Yeah. So yeah, a healthy boundary is simply saying, this is what I am willing to tolerate, and this is what I'm not.
Yeah.
These are the rules. If you want to play with me, this is what that looks like. Great. If not, that's okay too. So it doesn't mean, it's not about changing someone. It's not about manipulating them or, you know, controlling anybody. It's controlling yourself.
Yeah.
Number 4, she openly and unashamedly desires love.
Ooh.
She's prepared to love, but she won't settle for anyone who won't love her equally in return. There's no shame in desiring love.
Yeah.
Be open about it. Let the world know that you are a love warrior. Own your power and your vision, and make sure your friends know about it.
I like that.
This was a hard one for me, because in the community that I grew up in, there was like this shame about being a single woman, you know, past 25,
Yeah.
you know, you know, and then that's the one question everybody asks, well, when are you going to settle down or whatever? So it's like, own it that, yeah, I want a partner. I'm looking for love, and I'm ready for love, and I'm doing the work, and I'm setting up, I'm clearing away all the obstacles for love.
Yeah.
Here's the vision I have for a partnership. Here's what that looks like. Hey, and recruit your friends and your family. Who do you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Be open about it without carrying shame that keeps you small.
I love that you said that, because I think even, especially for some reason, it's a New York thing. Women who have focused a lot on their careers, women who have focused a lot on,
Yeah.
sort of getting ahead and being successful. There's a lot of shame in being with other women who are also doing that. And even now, because women are a lot more entrepreneurial than we used to be, right? At least openly. There's a lot of shame in, like,
Right.
just being able to say that, yeah, sure, I'm powerful, but that doesn't mean that I don't want a partner and that I don't want, these certain qualities. The other women will kind of be
Exactly.
like, no, is she going to start that conversation? Because they have their own shame around it.
Right. I know women especially will shame other women, and it's unfortunate because, what was it in the feminist, was it Gloria Steinem? Who was it that said, women need men like this before your time, like fish need a bicycle or something like that. It's like, that's just, it's not actually true. And I'm sorry she said that, because it's like this mantra, we're powerful and it's almost like I'm admitting weakness if I acknowledge that I really want and desire a man in my life and I desire love.
Yeah.
But I think we need to balance out the women's movement with some reality that we are, and especially in our feminine, it's like we're designed. And what's so beautiful with a partnership is that you bring that beautiful masculine feminine energy together and you can create something so beautiful together.
Yeah.
And
bigger than what you can do with
wonderful, honorable, beautiful thing to desire and to stand in.
Yeah.
So the movement I want to start and challenge is for single women and married women, but those of us in relationships, it's like to stand boldly, to be a love warrior.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I'm going for it. And I'm standing for a healthy, lasting, lifelong relationship.
Yeah.
That is stable and that is the rock and the solid place that the two of us can build a really amazing life together. So it changes not just yourselves, it changes the community. Absolutely. That you're in.
I love that you said that too, because it really is about standing boldly for love. A lot of times it's like, there's this pressure as a single woman to just be focusing on other things. But, it's something that since I was very, very young, I have felt like it's going to be the thing that saves the world. And, I'm not just talking about romantic love, but I do think that romantic love is kind of the apex, right? It's where we learn all of our lessons. It's where, all of our challenges and it's our opportunity to be as authentic and as real as we can be. And it's going to be the thing that saves humanity, right? Not just heteronormative
Absolutely.
love, actually being willing to love each other, which so many of us don't seem to be very willing.
Right, exactly.
To that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, being in a committed relationship is like the ultimate personal growth school you can go to, because it's like the universe is so perfect in bringing you just the right person to bring up all of your unresolved stuff,
Absolutely.
So it's like, and so if you're willing and you're in it and you're committed and you have those relationship chops to like go, okay, here's what's going on for me. Or like Brene Brown says, the story I'm making up is, Steve and I have these kinds of conversations. It's like, where I would typically want to just go run and hide or slam the door or run away. It's like, no, I'm going to stay in it because there's something in here for both of us. Absolutely. And it makes us both grow and become better people. And working through the conflict actually deepens our intimacy.
Yes.
We get to know, we've been married for 18 and a half years and we're still getting to know each other. Wow. We're still discovering new things about each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be what saves the world.
Yeah.
Hands down. I'm with you on that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, because we're stronger together than we are apart, even though it's important that we be whole, with or without. We're stronger together as community, and as couples and communities, we're much stronger than we are on our own, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so number 5, she has freed herself from resentment toward people who have hurt her in the past. She has done her work to release and to forgive so she doesn't bring that shit, pardon my French, into her next relationship, nor continue to manifest the same abuse. So, the quote, resentment is like drinking poison, hoping the other person will die.
Yes.
It poisons not only you, but everyone around you, and will color your ability to discern who is right for you in the future. Will also poison whatever relationship you do get into. So it's so critical that you let it go.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a process, right? I feel like that's a process.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yes, it is a process, and it requires some deep work sometimes and some vulnerability, and it takes a lot of courage. It doesn't mean excusing. It means forgiving.
Yeah.
It's a powerful, powerful act, and we could do a whole thing
That's
just
all
on
another
what
show.
forgiveness is all about. Right, exactly.
But I
just an overview.
People do collapse excusing and forgiving, as if forgiving means that whatever happened in the past, whatever traumas you experienced, or whatever it is, that you're making it okay, rather than just taking your power back. Right?
Yes.
It's really, that's what
yes.
forgiving really is. It's taking back your power.
It's taking back your power, and it's releasing. If you think of it like it's a debt. I loaned some money to my friend and they never pay me back. So I'm holding that over them. They owe me that money. And if I forgive them or I excuse them, it's like I'm making it okay that they never paid me back. But in reality, forgiving them means I'm writing it off. I'm saying, I'm calling it a loss, okay? Go in peace. And we don't want to.
It's such a catch-22, because that's exactly what, that resistance to forgiving is what keeps us in victimhood. That resistance to, that wanting to make that person wrong because they owe you money, and wanting to hold it over them is taking up your energy and your bandwidth. It requires you to be judgmental and criticizing. And even hard on yourself, because you can't even, there's no behavior that can emulate the way that person is while you have them under that
it's just toxic.
Yeah,
it's toxic to you, it's toxic to all your relationships, even your future relationships, and it sucks all the energy out of you. And so we don't want to, it's like, it's the two go together, because number 6 is she doesn't identify herself as a victim, even if she's been victimized. And this is really a hard one. There's what's happened to you, but then there's the identity you build around it. And that identity is your responsibility. And will make or break your relationship. Get the support you need to transform your perspective on what happened. Because a lot of us, myself included, will live in our story, and we get something out of living in that identity as a victim. If I forgive someone, that means I'm also releasing my right to identify myself and build my life around my victimhood. It's like, oh, I'm responsible for me. I actually get to go build a life that isn't built on being a victim, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, because when I stop having somebody to blame, that means I have to take responsibility, right?
Right.
If I can't blame you anymore,
really? Shucks.
Right?
I know.
I talk about the mother-daughter relationship about, a lot, because I feel like the healing of the mother or daughter relationship has a lot to do with, we want to blame our mothers. And as soon as we don't have that to do anymore, then we have to figure out who are we without what our mother did.
Yeah, without that.
Without that.
Right. The buck stops right here. Yeah.
It's a hard thing.
And it's easier. It's the easy way, which most of us do, is we just live in that resentment victim cycle, because it feels good, it feeds our ego, we get to be
Right.
right, all those things, and other people will join us,
Yeah.
you're right, yeah, we have our comrades in it. It's like your whole entire life might have to change
Yeah.
if you actually let it go, because you're shifting out of that identity. And that's not an easy thing to do. I recognize that.
Yeah.
And it can be painful and difficult. There's emotions that we don't want to feel. I mean, there's all of that.
Yeah.
But if you want, these are 9 qualities of a woman who wins in love. If you want to win in love, you have to let it go.
Yeah.
Because if you bring that victim identity into your marriage, all you're going to do is recreate it. And that's what happens. We come in as a victim. We then, amazing, end up attracting and committing ourselves to people who will continue to victimize us.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's my identity. So what am I going to attract?
Yeah.
And it feels good because it just reaffirms the identity I've created.
Yeah.
So number 7, she naturally inspires men. And again, I'm saying men, you can insert partner, but I'm going to say for women and their feminine, she naturally inspires men to be in their healthy masculine, to show up, pay attention, to make clear that he wants to win your heart.
Yeah.
She expresses her desires and allows a man to rise to the occasion. If you want a king, you've got to raise your game to be his queen. Find out what that means. Femininity is not weakness. It is a powerful force that inspires the very best in ourselves and in the men who love us.
Yeah.
Learn the difference between toxic and sacred femininity and masculinity, and allow your desire for the sacred to lead you to it.
Love it. Love it.
I know, right?
That's beautiful.
Okay.
What's number 8?
She knows her beauty is so much more than outward appearance. She delights in her own body and in expressing her own unique, quirky personality. Your body is a sacred place. Nurture it, enjoy it, treat it with respect. But know that beauty is a radiance that can't be found in a beauty shop, a gym, or a diet. It comes from a soul that is at peace with itself and the world.
Yes.
Number 9, she has realistic expectations for a long-term relationship. She doesn't buy the happily ever after fantasy, nor that commitment is a prison cynicism of our culture. She's clear-eyed and honest about what it means to actually love someone and allow them to love you for life. Recognize that your relationship will be what you and your partner design together. Learn the principles and skills that make a relationship thrive and practice them. Don't make your partner responsible for your happiness or your unhappiness. Own it. You can do this.
I love these, Fawn. I think they're fantastic.
Thank you.
I love these 9 qualities. I think these are 9 qualities for a woman who wants to win at love, and I would say 9 qualities for a woman who wants to win at life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I think,
yeah.
and I often say this, I think that all these things that we talk about, and we were saying earlier about how, a relationship can be such a field for personal growth. It's like the apex of, our self-relationship, all these things that you talked about, and they can be applied to every other area of our lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up, right?
Absolutely. It's like, yeah, it's how you show up in the world. It starts with, it's your relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
And then everybody else in your life. Family, coworkers, your career, your home, your roommates, friends, everyone. When that gets healthy, you're in a much better place than to attract and create healthy love, because you're in that place. When you're doing this, your life thrives. I mean, and that's what happens so often, like with the clients who are doing this work, yes, they want to meet their man, but first they end up getting promotions, they start new businesses. It's like, they're suddenly talking to their estranged sister for the first time in 20 years. All of a sudden they've got friends around them. It's like life begins to thrive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then the man shows up.
Yeah.
Almost like
Like an afterthought.
afterthought, right? Yeah, it's like, but of course.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, there's my cousin Jenny.
Hi, cousin Jenny.
Jenny,
All right, so Fawn, tell everybody, how they can get you, where you want them to go, what links. I'll make sure to post whatever needs to be posted in the description. What do you want people to know?
I have I'd like to send you, if you want it, I have this. It's a PDF. You can print it out, download it, print it out, put it up on your wall, and check in with yourself on these every single day. It's all 9 qualities. So I want to send it to you. So let me give you I'll read this to you, and then we can post it and whatnot, the link for this, okay? It's my website. It's fawngilmorekraut.com, but it's hidden. Okay. /CH for Candace Harper, so I know that they came from you.
Okay.
/attract-love.
I love it.
So when they get this, they're going to get this, and then they're going to get 7 emails from me over the next few weeks.
Okay.
That have a video where I dive into some of this stuff on a much deeper level and give you an opportunity to interact with me. And also you'll have an opportunity, if you want to spend an hour with me on the phone, I have an application you can do. If you're serious about like, yeah, I'm ready, I want some help, I want to really dive into this in depth and get some one-on-one, they can request that as well.
Awesome.
So.
Awesome. Thank you, Fawn. I don't want to rush you, but we're down to our last few minutes, so I want to make sure to be able to say all the goodbyes and stuff. Fawn, thank you so much for being a fantastic guest. Thank you for bringing
Kim.
Great, helpful information, just being game for the whole ride. And so we got 1 minute left with Armed Radio. Armed Radio people, I know you're about to go. Just never forget you're a love machine. If you ever start to feel like you're not getting enough, just make more and ask for candy. And I'll see you next week because I know Armed Radio is about to sign off. And those of you who are on the Facebook Live, don't go anywhere just yet because I'm going to tell you about my 12 Women Intensive. Fawn, I'm going to let you go because I know you have things to do, and I just really appreciate your time. I love you for being here, and we'll be in touch again. Hopefully you'll come on the show again.
I'd love to. Thanks so much, Candace. Okay. Bye-bye.
Take care. Thank you. All right, Facebook Live people, thank you so much. Everybody who came in. I see Norris came in. I see Harold. I see Katie. Thanks you guys for coming in and, just being here to enjoy. And those of you who come later, thank you for being here to enjoy. I just want to tell you guys really quick about this 12 Women Intensive. I've mentioned it before. It's coming up very soon. So it's 12 weeks to get right with your mom for the sake of your love life intensive. That's what it's really going to be about. And so women who have been surviving a painful or abusive mother-daughter relationship will move the past out of the way, throw out their emotional baggage, become vibrant, alive, magnetic, and passionate while creating the love life that lights them up and supports their happiness. If you're interested, click the link on my business page and take the questionnaire or send me a private message on Facebook. My business page is Candace Harper Love Coach. You can follow me on Instagram at Candy Love Coach. Like I said earlier, this year's summer theme is Badass Bachelor. I want you guys, all my live people, Julie, I see you just came in, Lee, Tanya says, thank you, Fawn and Candace. I will be catching all your past YouTubes. Please do, Tanya. I got to catch up with the editing of them. So there's some ones that are like, I got to get current with that, but I'm working on it. But yeah, those of you who are on the live, I am going to, I want you to refer people. Badass Bachelor, Summer Series. Refer the Badass Bachelors that you know, because all summer long I'm going to be talking to fantastic single guys over the age of 35 who are purposeful, joyful, connected, loving, so those guys that you know and love, your brothers, your friends, your neighbors, whatever, refer those guys. I don't, that idea that a good single man over 35 is a unicorn, I think it's BS. I know a few, I have a few already coming on the show, and so, let me know who you'd like to see on the show. Anyway, that's it. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Facebook Live, Armed Radio. I know you're already gone. I will talk to you guys next week. Next week, I'll be coming to you from Wellville. We're starting the summer series. I'll be talking to Christopher Kreichman, who is the founder of Wellville. And I think that that's it. Fawn has left the link in the comments, which is fantastic. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. It's been a fantastic hour. I had so much fun. I hope you had fun too. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're watching later on. And that's it. Bye now. I love you. Thank you. Bye.
Candy, I call my sugar.